6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has called for collective efforts to ensure supremacy of law and constitution in the country. President stresses for enhancing trade and investment cooperation with Tajikistan for the mutual development of the two countries. Interior Minister says general elections for national and provincial assemblies will be held on 8th of October under caretaker setup. Pakistan has reiterated its commitment to further solidifying relationship with the United States for peace and stability in the country. All parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations and International Criminal Court to prosecute India for war crimes in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Russia's Navy fired supersonic anti-ship missiles at a mock target in the Sea of Japan today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has called for collective wisdom and efforts to ensure rule of law and supremacy of constitution in the country. Speaking in the National Assembly today, he said a society based on justice is imperative to steer the country out of current dire straits. He urged the House to fulfill its constitutional responsibility to protect the country from constitutional and political crisis. The Prime Minister regretted that PTI chairman is blackmailing the judiciary through violent tactics. He said the PTI chairman does not recognize the law and constitution and is not surrendering before the courts. He said today the democracy is faced with fascism. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif and Speaker National Assembly Raja Parvez Ashraf have discussed the overall political situation of the country and other issues of mutual interest. In a meeting at the Parliament House in Islamabad today, they also discussed the effective legislation and its significant role in the country's progress, prosperity and administrative affairs. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has said the government is committed to prioritizing the development of the merged districts. He was talking to a 5-member delegation of the National Assembly members from the merged districts that called on him in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said the government is taking concrete steps for the development of less developed areas of the country. The Prime Minister directed the relevant authorities to get approval of the funds required for the schemes from the Economic Coordination Committee of the Cabinet as soon as possible. President Dr. Arif Alvi has called for enhancing trade and investment cooperation with Tajikistan for mutual development of the two countries. He was talking to Pakistan's ambassador-designate to Tajikistan, Mohammad Saeed Sarwar, who called on him in Islamabad today. The President said Pakistan wants to build enhanced, result-oriented and sustainable engagements with all the Central Asian states under its Vision Central Asia policy. President Arif Alvi has strongly condemned the recent acts of desecration of Holy Quran in Denmark and the Netherlands. In a statement today, he said these heinous acts are provocative and indicate rising Islamophobia in the world. The President said freedom of speech is not the name of hate speech and inciting people to violence. He said Islam preaches peace and brotherhood to the humanity. President Arif Alvi urged the international community to take practical measures against Islamophobia and discourage extremist elements. President Arif Alvi has summoned Senate session at Parliament House in Islamabad on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah says general elections for national and provincial assemblies will be held on 8th of October this year under caretaker setup. Talking to media in Gujranwala today, he said under the Constitution, general elections of national and provincial assemblies should be held simultaneously. He said Imran Khan is working on the agenda of spreading anarchy in the country. The Interior Minister said the accountability of everyone should be done across the board. Punjab government has decided to open free flower distribution centers at 6 in the morning to facilitate the citizens. The decision was made in a meeting chaired by caretaker Chief Minister Mohsin Naqvi in Lahore today. He directed provincial ministers and secretaries to supervise their areas for next 3 days and personally review the situation. The meeting was informed that over 13 million bags of wheat flour have so far been distributed among the people. Prime Minister's Special Assistant Sardar Shah Jahan Yusuf has directed the concerned authorities to increase free flour distribution points across Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Presiding over a meeting in Mansehra today, he directed to set up free flour distribution points at the village council level so that a maximum number of people can be benefited. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Foreign Office has expressed Pakistan's steady commitment to further solidifying relationship with the United States for peace, stability and prosperity in the region. Responding to the queries of media persons in Islamabad, Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said under the Biden administration, Pak-US relationship has widened and expanded substantially. The spokesperson said, "We are thankful to the US and co-host countries for inviting Pakistan to attend the second summit for democracy being held on the 29th and 30th of this month." Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said as a vibrant democracy, the people of Pakistan are deeply committed to democratic values. The United States has urged all sides in Pakistan to respect the rule of law and allow the people to democratically determine their country's leadership in accordance with the Constitution and law. Replying to a question at his daily news briefing in Washington, the U.S. State Department spokesperson Vedani Patel said any implication of violence and intimidation has no place in politics. He said former envoy for Afghanistan, Zalmi Khalilzad, does not represent the U.S. policy and statements given by him are in his personal capacity. Chairman National Disaster Management Authority, Lieutenant General Inam Haider Malik, has called for tangible action plans to achieve sustainable development goals. Addressing the 10th annual meeting of Asia-Pacific Forum on Sustainable Development in Bangkok, he highlighted Pakistan's plan to craft indigenous national development goals in line with global protocols. He recommended setting up a global disaster risk reduction financing fund to support countries affected by security threats and instability. Incarcerated senior leader of the All-Parties Hurriyat Conference, Shabir Ahmed Shah, has urged the United Nations and International Criminal Court to prosecute India for war crimes in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, Shabir Ahmed Shah, in a message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, drew the attention of the international community to ruthless killings, arbitrary arrests, fake encounters, and eviction of local people from their houses and demolition of their properties in the territory. Meanwhile, Indian paramilitary Central Reserve Police Force and police provided special weapons training to more than 300 terrorists raised in the name of village defense guards by the Modi regime across Jammu region in the last few weeks. Russia's Navy fired supersonic anti-ship missiles at a mock target in the Sea of Japan today. The Russian Defense Ministry in a statement said missile ships of the Pacific Fleet fired Mosquito cruise missiles at a mock enemy sea target. The target, located at a distance of about 100 kilometers, was successfully hit by a direct hit from 2 Mosquito cruise missiles. The United Nations Security Council has rejected Russia's draft resolution for an independent inquiry into the sabotage of the Nord Stream gas pipelines last year. The draft resolution got 3 votes. China and Brazil were backed by Russia, while the other 12 members abstained. And finally, we have the weather report for you. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and thunderstorm is likely in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, southwestern Balochistan and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log in on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.